Hey, what's up guys? It's Gothalion and welcome back to How to Stream on Twitch. In this series, I like to give you guys pointers and tips on Twitch streaming and how to possibly improve your channel or give you a bit of direction in how to handle certain things. Today's topic is going to be a DDoS and malicious attacks on your stream, and some of you might think, well, I'm just a small stream. Nobody's going to try to DDoS me. It's bullshit. If you're streaming on Twitch, there's probably going to be someone who's going to try to take you down. What reason, you ask? I have no idea. It's only happened to me a couple times, and I've taken measures to prevent that from happening again. But since the internet is an imperfect environment, you are never quite safe. So people do this basically to get their jollies. They'll knock you offline. They'll get your IP in various ways, and my phone will go off in the middle of an interview. An interview, dumb. Anyways, so basically, there are a number of ways that you can protect people from getting your IP address, though like I said, you're never completely safe. One of them is your Skype name. If you have Skype is a son of a bitch, and it is considered the devil by a lot of streamers because you are at risk on Skype, and a lot of people will tell you that there are measures you could take to make sure no one can pull your IP off of Skype, but if someone really wants to and they have the know-how, they could pull your IP address off of Skype. So basically, if you must use Skype, make your Skype username nothing to do with your Twitch username, because that's going to be the first thing they do. They go in, they'll spell it with how it is, with numbers and characters and all sorts of different stuff. They'll find your IP off of Skype. I recommend using something like TeamSpeak, though sometimes people can rip you off of there. They'll trace it. When you're playing multiplayer games, sometimes people can have necessary hardware to find your IP if they could get in the same match as you. Often, whenever I'm playing Crucible inside of Destiny, I will cancel queue and re-queue a couple times to try to sort of get people from being able to queue up against me, but like I said, it's mostly unavoidable. I recommend calling your ISP and checking to see if they're an ISP that can reset your IP address. I know that I use Verizon Fios, and I can actually manually reset my own IP address by unplugging my ONT for about 20 minutes, and then that will reset my IP address. Or I could just call Verizon and they will reset it for me. I've had a couple people tell me that they were actually unable to get their IP address rotated by their ISP, but I've never run into that situation myself. But, you know, get in touch with your ISP. If you have any worries, talk to them about rotation of your IP address or anything that can sort of throw people off the trail. Unfortunately, a lot of the time when you are being DDoSed, the only thing you can do is wait until said individual gets bored of DDoSing you, or they've used all their bandwidth, or whatever. A lot of these folks will do this until it is just not fun for them anymore. The more of an emotional response you show when they do it, the more likely they're going to do it for a long time. The best thing you could do is keep your cool and take the steps to not get DDoSed or knocked offline. The other thing is your personal address. Make sure it's not tied to, say, your PayPal or something like that, because if someone finds your home address, they can harass you or swat you. Swatting is when they send a police force to your house during your stream. I'm lucky enough to have never had this happen, but like I said, if people really want to find you, all they really need is your real name and your basic location. Be as secretive with your information as possible, ladies and gentlemen. DDoSing and people finding out where you live is a very real part of streaming on Twitch. If this is something you do not want to risk happening, then perhaps streaming is not for you, because it is all part of the gig. And try as you might, as hard as you might, spend as much money as you want, someone who really wants to find you and take you down probably will be able to. The best thing you could do is keep your cool and move on. Hopefully this video has helped anybody who's thinking about streaming or has been a victim of a cyber attack. Keep in mind, even Sony and Microsoft get DDoSed, and they big boys. So best of luck. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys back inside of How to Stream on Twitch. See ya.